whatever they want.
Go live.
Is that better? Oh, now we got private chat. Rob said
Mm-mm.
bye. Okay, whatever. I'm going back to the comments. Okay, we're live. Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 312, part try number 2, I guess. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. In this show, I have a solar red dot review. We discuss some compact pistols and an Athena. I'm Chad Wallace, and with me tonight are Rob, Tony, Zane, and Maddie. Yes, she's back. Uh, so, we're up to what you guys did in firearms. If anybody wants to go first.
I'm still in my busy season, so I didn't do jack.
Okay.
Well, I'll go ahead and say it because we did the diversity shoot Thursday. It was amazing. And also, I got the 2A4E podcast back running. And what I did was draw the name for the winner of the industry rifle. And that ends up to being Sharon Hinchcliffe out in Washington State, who's a 2A supporter with Pink Pistols out of Washington. And she's hustling all the time. She was there Monday and Tuesday at the State House fighting. And she's receiving a new rifle from all the supporters of the 2A4E podcast that sent it out. We put it together and she's going to get it. We had a lot of cool guns, a lot of great people, new people that came to the diversity shoot from multiple states. And it was amazing. So the season has started and it's awesome.
Awesome. Zane, did you do anything?
I wrote a review.
Oh, you mean the one I haven't posted? Yeah.
Yes. I finally got off my lazy butt and wrote another review. It's probably been at least 6 months since I wrote one because
I can't believe Zane knows how to use the computer.
Well, I wrote it on my phone, but thanks, Rob, for bringing that up.
Next time it'll probably be written on paper, and I'll just get a
Take
picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he'll
yes,
roll it up and send it to you in a bottle. Let it float all the way around South America and up to Washington.
Yeah.
I argued with idiots on the internet because that's a favorite pastime of mine.
I was going to say, how's that any different than the other week, Zane?
It's fair.
It's not.
It's one of my favorite pastimes. I thoroughly enjoy it when I'm bored.
And that, which is a lot of the time because you do it a lot.
I do. I have a lot of free time.
I'm not saying it's not funny.
But actual like pulling triggers, no. I did some. I mean, obviously I do my little dry practice routine that I do, but nothing exciting.
I see. Okay, so Maddie, I saw pictures of like, I don't know, shiny, cool flag things or something.
Yeah. So I get to do a lot of stuff with Legacy Sports International now, and they sent me a Howa model 1500 in 308 caliber with a Nico Sterling scope on top, and I went with the shorter barrel, which was actually kind of I'm regretting it a little bit right now because there's a lot of blowback when I'm firing that 308. But it's a really nice bolt action rifle, and it's an American flag Cerakote, so who doesn't love that?
What's the barrel length on that?
16.25 or something like that. It's something weird. It's not just 16. There's a little something extra at the end.
You know, that is pretty short for.
Yeah,
that.
because in my mind, I like a shorter barrel on a lot of things. Not this. I'm a little bit in the regret world on this one, but I haven't really had a chance to like really open it up and play with it because then I had some truck issues and then I had like some other stuff. But really looking forward to this week because I'm going to go out and really play with it. That and the I also got sent a Citadel 1911 also in USA Cerakote. So lots of fun things coming up. Oh, and I got to test out a customer's build to see if it was functioning properly, and that's just like an Aero Precision build with some pink Cerakoted parts that were actually messing up the firing process. So.
Well, that's not good.
No, but after they, James, who I work with, he filed down some of the Cerakote and it started working just fine after that. So.
Well, at least you got it running.
Because
Right?
Legos,
So
am I
I
right?
just got to take
Yep.
it out and shoot it. I didn't really do any of the fixing, but I got to play with it a little bit, so that's always fun.
Yep. Well, I went and shot a speed steel match and then left because I had other stuff to do. But let's see, what did I do? I broke a red dot sight while shooting it.
Nice.
I'm
I'm impressed.
I need to contact them and see. I got to put a new battery in it first to see if maybe it's a battery thing, but I don't think so. So I have to contact the manufacturer, see what they have to say about it. I'm trying to think. Oh, and the day before that, I went and picked up this Lone Wolf Timberwolf frame that I have for review. It is the compact frame, so it's a 19 grip length, but it's made for a 17 slide, which I happen to have. I just need a barrel for. So that's what I did. So I guess I can get into the announcements, which we have new announcements. You can pledge your support for us at thegunandgearcult.com if you would like to do that. Of course, the bandwidth sponsor is Patriot Patch Co. because you need to go check them out and check out all their patches. Also go check out gunstreamer.com if you want to see firearms videos. And you can shop our Amazon affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And new is we are now a Matador Arms affiliate. There is a link in the show notes. There's also a link on the firearmsinsider.tv. And what that does is unfortunately, it does not give you a discount, but if you buy something, it does give us a kickback. So if you like us and like them, which Tony will vouch for their parts, which are pretty cool.
Yep.
They are an affiliate link now.
Really good parts, really cool people. Finally met them in person in Vegas during SHOT Show.
Yeah, I met them too. They actually found me before Tony, if you'll believe that.
Or they just look, oh, there's Chad. Hey, Chad, how you doing?
Yeah, it was the same room. I don't know what was going on, but Annika spotted me first, so I'm like, Tony's over there.
This is one of the things they make, the Mag X from Matador Arms, which pretty much I have the 9mm build over here, and this inserts right into the mag well of the AR to make it take P320 mags. And they have another one that just came out that takes Glock mags. So they're sending that out to me too, because if I bought a P320 magazine, I'd have to buy a P320 because
That's logic. That's what you call gun logic.
Yeah. So it was one of those things I was planning on. And it just fell through because of Jersey. You know what I mean? I bought a CZ, I bought a Glock 34. And now I'd have to wait to get anything else. So if I bought a P320, I would have to wait forever and a day to get it.
Tony, that kind of reminds me of the time I bought some magazines for my stepdad, found out they were the wrong magazine. I went to return them and came home with a gun that fit those magazines.
Yep. Gun logic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, am I breaking apart for anybody else?
Yeah, I hear an echo, and I don't know if you're breaking apart or
static.
Here, let me try muting Maddie and see if she's got an echo. Tony, say something nice.
Oh, geez, you have to put that qualifier on it? Yeah, I don't hear the buzzing anymore.
Uh-huh.
I don't hear the buzzing anymore.
Yep, it's her.
Me.
I don't know if what kind of mic she's using or what the deal is. She's probably got her volume turned way up or something.
Yeah, she doesn't have headphones in, right?
I don't know.
No.
Nope. Yeah, that's probably why. Okay. Well, now we know.
Fine. No one has to hear me anyway.
Well, we can hear you fine. It's just the echo. So we'll
I'm
have
not getting in the middle of that one.
Yep. Yeah. Rob, guess what?
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and or their employers. This is not legal advice, nor should it be considered as such. Viewer discretion is advised. This is especially true on live shows. And now for the review. This is the review of the Adaball SLR1. Here's Chadwick.
Oh, joy. Uh, it's me. Yes, as he said, it is the Adable SLR1. And once you learn about it, you'll know why it's called the SLR. Because, well, I first learned about Adable a couple years ago, 3 years ago, maybe at TriggerCon. Like, it was a while. Uh, you know, and so I actually got to handle one of the SLR1 prototypes and this year, and so they said they'd send me one for review, and well, after I received it, here it is. And as everybody knows, the market's full of red dot sites. There's even some similar to this Adable one sometimes. The SLR1 is both solar and or battery powered, similar to others on the market. The solar actually works really well as long as you have some light. Even in overcast weather, I was able to run it without the battery in. So if that tells you anything, the battery's on the side. It says combined, you can get a battery life of over 100,000 hours. So if you figure that out, that's 11 years. I actually figured it out because I know Tony is bad with math. The innovative feature on this thing is really the solar panel on the top is removable. So it has a little set screw. It comes with a wrench, of course. You can take the screw out, slide it out. So if you were to actually drop this and break just the solar panel or something, because, if it hit just right, you can buy another one. They might even send you one. I don't know. And replace it. So unlike other brands that are not replaceable, this one is replaceable. So, that might work for the Marines we have because they're always breaking stuff. Of course, when you are in its solar mode, the brightness adjustment is automatic depending on ambient light. But you can switch over to manual mode to set the brightness level to whatever you would like. As most red dots, the SLR1 has a bunch of features. It does have a 2 MOA dot or a 35 MOA circle dot reticle. It has 8 brightness settings. One of them is night vision compatible. Of course, it's shockproof, waterproof, parallax free because it's a red dot. It's nitrogen filled and has multi-coated lenses. Battery is on the side of the unit, so it's easily accessible. It's about 3 inches long. It weighs 5.6 ounces. It has a pretty nice co-witness AR mount that comes on it. But if you don't want that, it will use Aimpoint T1 and H1 mounts. Just take this one off and put whatever you want on it. It comes in this nice little plastic carrying case, padded. It has everything you need. Covers. This one had the wrenches, had an extra battery in it, and it also comes with a wrench for this little teeny wrench that you can't see on the podcast for the nut for the mount, which is kind of nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with the case, but I'm sure my wife will find something to do with it. The mount itself is pretty sturdy. I just tightened it down. It's one of the spring-loaded mounts, but I didn't have any problems with it. Now, when you actually use the SLR1, of course, that is where it really shines. Both the dot and the circle dot are really clear. You see very little color difference looking through it or not looking through it. Some red dots have a lot of tint to them to show it. This does not. Like we mentioned before, the dot's automatically adjusted in solar mode. You cannot use the 35 MOA circle dot in solar mode. It is a battery only thing. So of course you are limited to only using it in the battery mode. The auto adjustment brightness when on solar mode worked very well. Even light to dark rooms, etc., you could still see the dot. Now, if you want to switch over to the battery mode, you just tap the plus button and you're in the battery mode, and then you have manual brightness adjustments, uh, plus up, minus down. The dot, of course, flares a little when it's turned up. That's pretty typical. If you're on the battery mode and you hold down the minus button for about 3 seconds, it switches over to the 35 MOA circle dot. Me personally, I think I prefer 65 MOA dots or 62 circle dots over the 35, just because the 65s are pretty much height over bore of an AR at like 5 to 7 yards, which the 35 is not. But hey, that's just that. That's what it is. So I'm not knocking it for that, really. It's just what it is. If you want to switch back to the solar mode, just hold down the plus button for about 3 seconds and it will switch back to the solar mode. I hardly ever use the circle dot on this thing. It's nice, but hey, it's held 0 for me so far. I did kind of bounce it off of a wooden bench, just tapped it lightly while it was on the firearm. It does have protected turrets, so a little up, down. So the caps, of course, you can unscrew them and they have a little slot in the top, so you turn it over for the click adjustments. They are true little click adjustments, not just a smooth adjustment. The clicks are pretty good for a red dot sight. You can actually feel them, hear them, etc. They are 1 MOA adjustments, if that matters to most people. Typical red dots. I really liked it. It does have a lifetime warranty, and I think Addable's really done a great job in upping their game in the optics industry. So, go give them a look if you're into the market for something like this or something else they might manufacture. So now we'll get into the Firearms Insider 8 key points. Of course, claim to fame, solar red dot sight, target market, pretty much anybody wanting a red dot and or people wanting solar red dot capability. Features and benefits, we probably ran through most of these. Combined, it's in excess of 100,000 hours. Does have the removable solar panel. Let's go through stuff. The easy access battery, it is shockproof. Does have their multiple dot system. If you're in the battery mode, it has 1 hour auto shut off when not in use, basically. Multi-coated lenses. The mount's detachable, of course. Oh, and for all you out there that have listened forever, it uses one of my favorite batteries, the CR2032. Have to throw that in there for certain people. There is what others are saying in the review. If you go to the firearmsinsider.tv, you can look it up. Price point, MSRP is $379.99. They do have them on sale quite often. Retail at Rainier Arms, you can get them for $323. So if you need it now, Addable or Rainier Arms. So our rating, the pros, it does have a clear, crisp dot. Excuse me. It is solar. It does have the replaceable solar panel. It does have a circle dot if you want to use something to that effect. It does have an industry standard footprint, in my opinion, meaning the T1H1 mount, which is always good. And protected turrets are always nice. Also, the cons, it's 35 MOA circle dot. It's not really a con. It's just, for me, it's something. And the only other con I could really get it was it is only can use the dot when using the solar mode. But I did give it a score of 8.5, which is great because I really do like this thing. Any questions from the peanut gallery?
2 questions.
Yes.
The mount it comes with, is that an absolute co-witness or a lower 1/3?
I believe it is an absolute.
Okay.
I did not put it on the rifle that I would be able to tell.
Second question: do you think it would hold up to being on a 12 gauge? Because I'm thinking
Yes.
about a 35 MOA circle. My chosen 12 gauge ammo prints about 3.5 inches at 10 yards.
So you would be right in there.
I'm
Okay.
just throwing it
So
out there.
so is that
Yeah, so Zane's 12 gauge,
And-
I mean, with the reduced recoil look, come on.
It is reduced
Anything will withstand
recoil.
that.
Yep, it's federal 8-shot flight control.
but yes, I do think it would hold up. I really do.
That is something I'm thinking about.
Yes, and then like I said, you could get the mount for a shotgun. You'd want to probably mount
I'd
it
want
just
it
under,
much lower.
Yeah. So
I think you
Yeah.
better test that out then,
I think I
I-
probably should.
because now
No, I
we're
think-
all going to be just waiting for that result.
now I think she
Yeah.
wants me to put it on a 12 gauge.
think
and-
you
Well, I
and
mean,
should.
try
if
it
you
out.
do, can I shoot it?
And then you should.
Oh,
totally
I see
get
how it
some,
is. Yes.
Some reduced recoil shotgun. loads and
No,
see what
no,
happens.
because if I put it on a 12 gauge, I'm going to shoot it with full house loads. None
You
of
gotta
this
have
reduced
loads.
recoil stuff. Yeah, I'll
Have a
use
flyer.
3-inch. I'll use 3-inch buckshot. There you go.
Listen to player.
I'm telling you.
One, see, I like Maddie because she understands other people's ammo is a whole lot more fun to shoot,
Mhm.
and it
Truth.
recoils less. It
It recoils less when it's not yours.
Yep, it recoils less, feels better, shoots further, shoots better when it's not yours.
And you shoot more of it.
It's
Oh, definitely.
100% true.
It is. I won't disagree.
Especially
So
when you get to
that
shoot full auto of other people's ammo with other people's
22's cheap, hey.
Only the. Hey, listen, I totally agree with her. Except the United States Marine Corps ruined that for me. Yeah, shoot all our guns. Shoot them for free. You don't have to pay for the ammo. You only have to sign this piece of paper right here.
And you got to clean them and pick up every single belted
Oh,
link
dude.
and every single brass case.
Only the military could take the fun out of hanging out with all your best buds shooting
Mhm.
full auto.
Yep.
Yeah, I see. Well, for everybody listening, that was the Adable SLR1 red dot sight. And now we can go into various other things that we have in the show notes. And of course, as we have to specify, this is the product spotlight and discussion, not reviews. So first up, we have the Wilson Combat X9S. With an MSRP of $26.95, Zane said he wants to buy one tomorrow.
I heard you said 2.
Oh, okay. Not
I
really.
do want to buy one.
Hold on a second. I'm going to let Tony take this over since he can read it, because for some reason somebody said their car won't start. So
Oh.
All
I
right,
will be back in a second.
get to it, Mr. Goodwrench. All right, what are we what are we
Where's my
talking
mute
about?
We're
button?
talking about the Wilson.
Combat.
Wilson
Wilson
Combat.
Combat.
EDC X9S. All right, this is coming out of Wilson Combat, of course, and this is their smaller version of the EDC that they put out. This one is supposedly is the size of a Glock 26. It's a high capacity, subcompact aluminum X frame. You know as much as I do. I hate. What do you call that? Marketing speech. But here we go. Aluminum X frame with the reliability enhanced frame rails and the unique X-Tac front strap, back strap treatment. Concealment bulletproof hammer. Concealment bulletproof. Just stop. Look, it's a 1911 thing that they've made. What's good about it? It has all of their concealment bulletproof products, which is like the mag release, their other stuff. They put a lot of work into it. Let me see, all EDC X9S subcompacts handguns come standard with one 10-round magazine and one 15-round extended magazine with machined aluminum hard use grip frame extension. This is a spacer that goes on their 15-rounders if you have their regular EDC 9. It has a 3.25-inch barrel, stainless steel tri-top slide with external extractors. It has, of course, a concealment bulletproof slide stop, um, fluted chamber, fluted barrel, 30 lines per inch on the slide top serrations, and also I love this carry cuts. Um, oh,
Uh,
and the side plates held on actually by hex head screws. What's up, man?
I was just gonna say that probably just means it's been dehorned.
Well,
Right?
I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm figuring carry cuts mean is dehorn. I have to like I'm trying to read this and interpret
Yeah.
marketing speech. Um,
Did I miss anything?
no, not really. Oh, and they
No.
have the slide, and they have what do you call it? What's the rear sight? Rear sight has that cut in it that lets you rack it off your forehead.
Oh,
Off your forehead.
it's not the Novak cut. It's the hard ledge, basically.
Yeah, the very hard ledge, which again you can take the sights off of your semi-automatic pistol and rack it off your clothing. But all of a sudden, this became a thing about 10, 15 years ago that that your rear sight had to have a sharp ledge so you can rack it off in case your arm gets eaten by a land shark.
All the pictures don't look like it has a sharp ledge, though.
Yeah,
Does
the one
it?
on the top does.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
But I mean, here's the deal. I mean, if you get the friction against your belt, you can rack just about any gun off your belt.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
You slam it hard enough against your thigh, you'll rack it. It ain't gonna feel good, but
They also
Hey,
have
this
green
is an
fiber optic
emergency,
sight.
you know.
They got green fiber optic sight, red fiber optic sight, tritium, gold,
Hmm.
and they have a gold bead, so you can pick any of those you want on the front. Um, trigger length, short, medium, and long. I have no idea as if you're building it and they put the different trigger sizes in.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
because-
it has to do with how big your hands are. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
because with the 1911s, you can get short, medium, and long triggers depending on how long your fingers are, how you grip the gun, etc.
Now, supposedly these are not 1911s; they're 1911 like.
Correct.
The EDS series, EDC
Yeah.
series. Excuse me.
But they're still a
I've
straight
actually-
pull trigger.
I got to play with one a little bit.
Mhm.
Not this subcompact, the full size one. It's definitely interesting. I like the idea of it. I think it handles a little better than
Well,
a
I'm looking at their weight.
1911.
Their weight empty is 25.2 ounces, which is around what a Glock 19 weighs empty.
Yeah, so it's a little
Um,
heavier than a polymer gun, but that's
and-
kind of to be expected.
Yeah, but again, it weighs about the same as a Glock 19. Glock 19 is bigger, but this is an aluminum frame gun, and they also have an 1.5-inch accuracy guarantee at 25 yards.
And I'd be willing to bet the majority of the people listening, to include probably most of the panel, is unable to shoot that offhand.
Offhand? No, I can't do
I
it
know
offhand.
I can't.
But I've done it multiple times on a range bag at
Sure,
25
yeah,
yards.
So this size-ish gun is all of a sudden coming back around as a new hotness again, because nothing's new. Everyone is into the small double stacks again. If you want one with an outstanding trigger, this is probably the only contender out there right now. However, you were kind of talking before, Tony, that it might not all be sunshine and unicorns with this.
I was talking in general from Wilson Combat Guns. What I often try to do is find a negative review about it. And it seems when you get into higher end guns, they're just either they're built perfectly or people don't say it gives them problems. And this is a new design from them. And it's a shrinking of their larger handgun. Now, going just with 1911s, when you shrink in 1911s, they become a problem.
Yep.
So I don't know if they started off with a small gun and then built it up and put out the big gun first. You know what I'm saying? But if I had $3,000 on hand, this would not. I would have to put a lot of rounds through this before I trusted it as my defensive carry.
Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer the bigger one anyways, because I like guns that I can put my pinky on. And I don't have a problem concealing them. So that's neither here nor there. But I just know this is like the new hotness size. I would like to think Wilson wouldn't do like a lot of other companies have been doing lately and treat their customers as their beta testers. But You
Well,
never
to
know.
be fair, this is probably designed for someone like me because I carry like my favorite carry gun is the SIG 238 because it's small, but it's not as snappy as a lot of the other pocket pistols.
Yeah.
So I would be more likely to probably.
And it has a great trigger on it.
It does. I actually really like the 238. It's a good, well done SIG Sauer.
And did you guys go? Sorry, did you guys go over the size, like the size comparison?
Yeah,
Basically,
pretty much the size of a Glock 26
or a 43. Yeah, a little.
Well, it's going to be a
wider.
little wider than a
But
43,
not
it's
too
not going to
much.
be as wide as a 26
correct.
because you got steel magazines instead of polymer
Right,
magazine.
right.
So it's going to be right in really close to that Hellcat 365
Yeah.
ish size thing.
The 365 is about an inch shorter than it is, but it has the same length sight radius.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not poo-pooing anybody's firearm. I'm just going, hey, you drop $3,000 on it. Make sure it works if this is going to be your carry. Just like if you spent $300 on it, make sure it works before you say it's going to be your carry gun. Don't get caught up in the I spent $3,000. Wilson Combat knows what they're doing. I'm loading it up with 10 rounds and looking for dark alleys to walk into. You know what I'm saying? Because some people get that through their firearm. I'm liking it. I like the features, but yeah, of course, just like Zane, I have a bigger hand. I can't use a smaller gun.
Yeah, I get you there. Yep. So, but hey, thanks for taking over. I don't know why people listen to music and run their battery dead, but hey. Wait, that doesn't have anything to do with guns.
Wait, that happened to me, and that's not fair. It happens to people.
It happens to people that I'm married to in the driveway.
Yeah. It happens to people with no
at
Y
least he was in the
chromosome.
driveway. I was out in the woods by myself.
Okay, yeah, so you got a point there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
You
not
live and
good.
you learn. Don't let your battery run dead when you're in the woods by yourself shooting guns.
Yeah, and I mean it's bad enough when it's in the driveway, but I get you. So I guess we pretty much killed the Wilson Combat. I would like to really shoot one of these, but of course
I would too.
I don't have the
I'd shoot it. I just
$2,800
don't want
bucks.
to own the darn thing.
We'll go. Yeah, you're working all that overtime. Go buy one.
Yeah, see, I'm
salaried. I don't get overtime.
See, I can really appreciate a nice trigger in a gun. The problem is the guns that have them I can't afford, and the guns I can afford don't have them. And the main reason is I have an issue pulling a trigger because of an old injury, and that's neither here nor there. But so guns like this really pique my interest because
I was not gonna say anything.
It was a dirt bike wreck, first of all.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Dirt bike.
I hate all of you.
Thank you.
Just move
Dude, if
on.
we were nice to you, you wouldn't know what to do.
Okay, we'll
on.
move along. Up next is the Mossberg's new pistol, the MC2C. MSRP is much more affordable than the last one at $490. This thing, last year they brought out their subcompact. This is their compact version. Essentially, you can get the same options, except it does use a proprietary magazine. Not that I have a problem with that, but their MC2 subcompact used a Glock 43 mag, I think. But it's still 9mm. It is a 13 round capacity flush fit, 15 round extended. It's still got their flat trigger with their trigger blade safety. Comes with 3-dot sights. They got a bunch of different options. Safeties, non-safeties, you guys get it. Let's see. Trigger pulls approximately 5.5 pounds. Being striker fired, that's about par for the course. They say it travels a 1/2 inch. It is made from 416 stainless. It weighs 21 ounces unloaded and 29 loaded. It is 7.1 inches long, 4.9 inches high, 1.1 inches wide. And I shot this at range day at SHOT Show. I actually liked it. It was comfortable, fit my hand well. Trigger pull was nice. I just generally liked it. And I figure street price probably won't be too terrible on it. I know Tony, I think, talked to Mossberg at the Great American Outdoor Show. I think he just posted a video not too long about it.
Yes, I did. I
Okay.
actually spoke to him. I tactically fondled it. And dude, I'm sitting here thinking because you're talking to the Mossberg rep, but I'm not blowing smoke up somebody's behind, and I'm like, why would I get this as opposed to buying a Glock or as opposed to buying something else? Because Mossberg is coming back, new to the market just in the last 2 years.
Right.
And I'm like, man, if you're a Mossberg fanboy, if you have the Mossberg AR, if you have the Mossberg shotgun, if you have the Mossberg bolt action, now you have an option of a Mossberg handgun. What would I do? Depends on what the street price is. And it uses SIG sights, so you don't have to worry about trying to find Mossberg sights if you want to change them out. It uses
That is
actually sights
correct.
from SIGs. What I'm also trying to do is look up how much a magazine cost, aftermarket or off of their website,
Right.
because I think it comes with one and then the extended one, right?
I think so. I think it comes with one of each, basically.
Yeah. So my whole thing is only support. Outside of that, I think Mossberg is not going to put out something new and then have it suck. You know what I'm saying? And I hope, just like Zane says, they don't use us as beta testers. But I do have to say the crossbow safety is the craziest thing I've seen on a handgun.
That's dumb. That's just dumb.
Yeah, and it's weird because they make the crossbolt safety, but then they make the one with just the normal safeties, trigger safety, drop safety, like they should anyway. It's like, why do you put why?
They're trying to make a shotgun into a handgun.
No,
Okay.
okay. I didn't talk to Mossberg about it, but I talked to one of the higher ups over at Ruger, and he said people want it. He said people want safeties on these striker fired guns. He said when Ruger just puts out the striker fired gun with the safety, people are cool with it and they buy it up. When they have no safety on it, people walk in and go, "Hey, where's the one with the safety?" If
That's
you
because
walk in and
people
it
are
does,
stupid.
but here's the thing: if you walk in and the gun shop has nothing but the ones with the safety, they want ones without the safety.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
What-
you gotta cater to your market. I get it, but that's still stupid.
So I was checking it out. Yep, it's about the same size as the Glock. Whatever. I don't have my signet ring.
19.
No, is it the size? It's the size of 19, right?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a compact.
Gotta
It's a
be a
little
little smaller.
It is a tad bit smaller, but not like terribly.
I think I was able to get my whole hand around it. I took a bunch of pictures of me holding this thing, and dude, I mean, there's nothing to say bad about the gun except good luck with accessories and stuff on it because it's a Mossberg handgun.
hmm
So
Yes.
unless the stuff that fits it, like holsters, like does it fit in a Glock holster, Glock 19 size holster? Who makes holsters for it? If you have a light put on it, good luck with that one. You know what I mean? Finding a holster that fits that. It has a basic trigger, bro. I mean, if you want some kind of what's the name of the just a fancy trigger on it, I seriously doubt you're gonna have to wait a long time for somebody to make a Mossberg MC2C trigger.
Yeah,
Probably.
agency and Overwatch and whatever.
Yeah, they all
They're
said
not.
they're busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who new phone? Who does?
So
Yeah.
so I just take your gun and dry fire your gun a lot and put 1,000 rounds through your gun, and two things will happen: the trigger will smooth out and you'll get used to it and shoot it better.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm just concerned, like what you say, is they're going to use the public as their beta tester. Seems to be a trend going on in the firearms industry right now, and it has kind of been for a few years. I've been seeing that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't think Mossberg will be able to afford to do that because for the first time in 100 years, they came out with a handgun. I don't think.
I think you're right, but that doesn't mean they won't.
Well, no, I haven't heard anything about the MC1 bad.
I
Right?
haven't heard really anything about it, honestly,
Yeah.
good or bad. So that's probably a good thing, right?
Hey, it's a hard
Mhm.
market to break into. It's a really hard market to break into because everybody has something in this size.
Yeah, I wish they would have gone with a non-proprietary magazine like they did with the MC1.
Right.
I think that would have been a lot smarter. I think that was my biggest thing when they released the first one was like smartest thing you did was make it take a Glock mag because Glock mags are cheap.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, you didn't do that this time. All right.
Yeah, or make it take an M&P mag. Yeah,
Dude,
because it's slightly smaller than a Glock mag. You know.
I'm talking to the guy, and you're interviewing the dude, right? And you're really going to go, what do you mean it has a proprietary mag? Who the F wants?
Who's making proprietary mags right now?
I'm like, dude, with as many companies out, why in the world would someone want? Yeah, I want to go to Mag Warehouse, Gun Mag Warehouse, and watch that that search come back. We don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
So I guess you have to buy them from them, and hopefully they're not too expensive. They're not in CZ territory. $35, $40, $45 a magazine.
Yeah.
That's like FN territory too.
I'm
And
looking for
but
it.
it's below H&K territory though.
Yeah, well, H&K hates you. I'm looking for
I was gonna
Mossberg
say
Max.
that.
Has anybody seen them?
No.
Like I'm looking for them right now so I can find out exactly how much it is.
I haven't seen any. I mean, they don't even list them on their site.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
you got to think they're sending 2 mags with each gun. They're not making spare mags right now, so you're not going to be able to get one.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You're going to get the 2 mags you get with your gun, and then in 6-8 months,
You're gonna get mags.
you'll probably be able to start to buy mags.
Yeah.
Not
and if-
cool, man.
Not.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't mean I like to. I mean, I shoot Glocks, so I have dozens of mags, but I
like
like to
5
have.
minimum is my
Right.
Yeah, and I mean that's me, but yeah. So
Well, I just don't like to unload my carry mags, to put other bullets in to shoot with. I'm like, just keep these 5 or 6 loaded all the time with HSTs, and then these 12 I'll put ball ammo in, and because it's just easier that way.
it is easier that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess we'll move on to something else different from the Mossberg. What we have next is the Drake Associates Athena. It's precision chassis tactical rifle light caliber system. MSRP on it is $1,776. So, it's not
That's
like
clever. That's
Oh,
clever. I see
yeah.
what they did there.
I see what they did there too. And that's not why I put it in the show notes.
Whoa, wait a minute. I didn't see what they did there.
Are you serious, Tony?
Come on,
Where the
Tony.
heck?
Okay.
$1,776.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at the name. I'm like, wait a minute. What did they spell?
Never
Oh,
mind.
never mind.
it
No, but the
does
name
not.
is too daggum long.
It is. But there's a lot of stuff going on with this rifle. They're going to, right now it's 5.56. They're going to make one that's in 7.62, of course. They tout muzzle velocity averaging 27.37 with like 77 grain 223 ammo, it looks like. But it uses their semi-auto precision chassis rifle. We'll explain it a little bit here. Which is billet aluminum. It uses a Saturn barrel, 1 7 twist. You can get it in 16, 18, or 20 inch. The 16 inch does feature a mid-length gas, and the 18 and 20 are rifle length. It does use a standard M16 bolt assembly and an A3 mil-spec Trude upper. You can get FD, OD, or black. They do some more accuracy truing on it. It does have a 2-stage match trigger. Let's see. It does use the Drake SOTMOD toolless fast change forend. It has a 12 o'clock long Picatinny rail system, 6 o'clock front bipod pick rail system. It is M-LOK on 11 and 1 o'clock. You can get optional rails. Comes with a 20-round Magpul mag. It only has an A2 flash hider, which is probably because it's a flash hider, which is kind of what you might want. And let's see. Technical weight, 18-inch barrel. Heavy barrel is 9 pounds. The length is 34.75 inches collapsed, 37 3/4 open. Cheek riser can raise up 1.3 inches. Let's see if anything else really matters on this stuff. Not really. But the kind of cool thing about this is it's not your standard AR system. They run this, which is why I linked to a different article. The handguard is part of the frame receiver system, not the upper. So your upper receiver is basically the upper, the barrel, and a barrel nut. You do not have a handguard that attaches to any of that, which supposedly, supposed to give it better accuracy, because anytime you attach something more to the barrel nut, like a handguard, which is how ARs attach free float handguards, you are messing with barrel harmonics, etc., etc.
So is the argument here basically that technically a free floated handguard isn't actually free floated, and theirs is? Is that kind of?
Yeah, you could put it that way. But yeah, technically that's exactly how they want you to say it. Because technically, yeah, you're right. But that's
Fair
what's
enough.
cool about it. I'm like, okay. The thing is for what you're getting for the price, I don't think it's a bad price. I think it's probably a decent price for what you're getting. They say average of 0.6 to 0.7 MOA groups. Using match ammo. You can't really say too much about it. It uses a lot of AR parts. It is semi-auto. I don't know if you could just take a normal upper with no handguard and slide it in here or not. But I wouldn't see.
What'd you say the barrel length was? I missed it. Or maybe you
16,
didn't.
18, or 20, depending on what
Okay.
you want.
Gotcha.
They have all of them. I missed this at SHOT Show, but but hey, still thought it was pretty cool. I don't. I hope it actually shoots as well as they say it does for that price.
So I don't dislike it. However, I will say that just slightly above half-minute groups, I don't think it's great. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying, but that's not. I don't think that completely free floating the barrel is really gaining you anything there, because for cheaper than that, I can get a really, really good barrel from a really, really good manufacturer and probably pull half-minute groups.
Well, and the thing is if you want to chamber it, how you want the chamber, you can, chamber it, have it chambered however you want.
Yeah, and yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're saying, and yeah,
like, I know there are barrel makers out there that are making half-minute 5.56 barrels. Like they're,
right.
I mean, you're not going to buy it, for $200, but
No,
it's not
but
going to cost you 17 either. And we all know how adverse I am to building ARs, anyways. And I'm still saying this is probably an option. Like, again, I don't dislike this, but I don't think that, hey, look, you can shoot half-minute with it because we free floated our handguard. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I gotcha. Zane,
There you go.
Zane
Hello?
drop off, or he muted himself?
I dropped off and now I'm back, I think.
I
you're
muted
back.
myself.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were done anyway. So
Yeah,
I was, but yeah, go ahead, Tony.
I'm checking it out. I don't have a problem with a new manufacturer coming with something that's not an AR, that uses some AR parts. Great. Competition is a great thing. If this is something you want to get, pick it up. Just to be different. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot of money compare. I mean, you're going to get a good AR, a really solid AR for this price. You're going to get this for that price. But you better like what you get. I mean, because like the handguard is not going to change. But it looks like you can change almost everything else. You can change the pistol grip, the stock, put whatever optics or even fixed sights on it you want. Hey man, roll with this. But if you want to upgrade to something else, I don't know if their barrels are as accurate as, like Zane said, something you can buy that's dedicated, a precision barrel from one of the precision barrel makers. They say their barrel is, though, right?
They say,
Yes.
well, 0.6 to 0.7 minutes. So
Yeah.
you're looking at just over half a minute, which is what you're going to get from a proof research or
So my whole thing is you're not going to get a gun built with a proof research barrel for $1,776, are you?
Probably
not.
Okay. So now you got this, and it has AR almost everything. And it's not like Drake Associates is unheard of. I mean, they've been making chassis systems and precision stuff for a really long time. I don't know if the owner is a veteran or not, but he dang show names stuff like he was in the Navy. Really? The Athena Precision Chassis Tactical Rifle Light Caliber System 5.56 button barrel. Seriously, dude?
You right.
Yeah, that would be something that you'd hear in the military, and it would be like, Lomp Cam Sop Dap Dope Chop Light. That would be the initials in the Navy. But yeah, dude. Hey, I wish anybody the best is coming with something that's not an AR in today's market, because so many dudes love to call themselves tactical, but they only know how to shoot a Glock and an AR-15.
I feel personally attacked by that.
Yeah, I was
You
going to
should.
say, are we talking about Zane here? Or
No,
what?
Zane has expanded since he got on this program, but prior to this, yes, Zane knew how to shoot two guns. But the cool thing is, Zane didn't run around talking about how tactical he was.
It's true. I'm a regular dude. I'm a sniper at 7 yards. Let me tell you. No, and again, I don't want people to misunderstand what I'm saying. I don't dislike it. And I think that the price is right for what you're getting. I don't think it's overpriced. But again, I'd probably go with something like I'm not going to be the first one to buy anything new, anyways.
No, not at all.
So there's that.
A little heavy though. A little heavy. I mean, at 9 pounds for an 18-inch barrel.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
again,
thought too. But
it's not an AR, but it is in the weight range of some 308s.
yeah, that's
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking $1,700 for a 223 chassis. I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me. I'd rather buy either a Ruger Precision or just a regular AR-15.
That's a bolt gun.
That's a bolt gun.
Yeah.
So now, if you're looking at a precision AR built by a quality manufacturer, you're going to pay $2,000 for it
or more.
or more. So
25 is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't think they're overpriced. And even honestly, there are some guns that are not precision guns that are just built really rugged. They're going to cost you that or more. So I don't think they're overpriced. For what you're getting. Again, it's brand new. And like Tony said, there's certain things you're stuck with if you get it and you're not changing. So,
yep.
And just keep this in mind. When they advertise MOA, that's best round, best day, best shooter. They're lining everything
cherry
up to get
picked.
the best.
Cherry picked, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And hey, guess what? Most people who are going to buy that gun, almost any gun, probably can't shoot that anyway. But if you're getting into something, why not try? Why not run with it? Hey, man, I don't want to shut any American business down that's doing business and making guns and making it easier.
All I'm saying is just keep in mind that your results may vary.
Your results will vary.
So eventually one of these days I want to get into a more precision-ish type rifle. And like my goal is to gun, shooter, ammo, combo, glass, all that, be able to consistently shoot 2 minutes. Like that's my goal. And so if the gun can shoot a half minute, got more leeway for me to screw up.
Oh, well,
yeah,
and with
exactly.
With your penchant for low recoil, you better get in a precision 22 shooting there, kid.
You guys are hilarious.
I was thinking maybe a precision 224 Valkyrie, maybe.
No, I'm 100% serious.
No, 22, 22.
22s.
22 short.
Okay.
Oh, that's that. Now you're just being mean, Rob.
Yeah. Well,
Now you're just
somebody's got to
being
be
evil.
mean. Okay, so that was the Drake Associates Athena rifle, and our, Maddie had a wardrobe change for some reason, but she turned her camera off. Zane caught it, and I think she wants to, say something about her shirt that they gave her like a rifle or something. I don't know. Oh, we can't hear you.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm on my phone, so things are different for me. But no, we already, I think, talked about like legacy sports and how and I
Yep.
would show it, but apparently that's like a thing that we can't do anymore. So
Yeah, you can't because they'll kick us off for some reason.
so,
But you got the shirt.
I do have this shirt. They were so nice to give me a shirt. It has a rifle on it.
Yeah.
But you can like go onto the Legacy Sports International website and see the gun, or I guess Facebook, Instagram, not YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So.
But actually, as long as I have my microphone back on, I can't comment on the little chat room thing there for the everybody.
Oh, the YouTube chat.
So I think if I had to choose like a Jurassic Park gun, like does it count if it's mounted like in a Jeep or something, or does it have to be like on my body?
They didn't specify, and since we don't have listener feedback, we can go into that.
Oh, it's got to be mounted. Oh yeah.
Well, I want those mini guns. You know, the little things that mount.
Well, exactly, and so they ask if what sidearm. It said sidearm, but for an extended stay in Jurassic Park. Well,
sidearm, nah.
Yeah, well, see, my answer was an M249, but it's because you can almost carry it.
Well, M79. That's old Vietnam era, same thing. 40 millimeter. It'll do you. And you could saw that sucker down like Sog did and have a 6-8 inch barrel and a pistol grip.
I'm thinking a quad mount.
Oh, now he says we have to hand carry it.
Oh, yeah, I ain't going to Jurassic Park.
Well, in that case, I want a 308 AR pistol.
Are you kidding me? A 308 AR pistol? A
Flame
Velociraptor would take that and go, yeah, okay, whatever, your dinner.
Hey, it's got a selector switch on it.
I think I want one of those like African double rifles in like
there you
5.77 nitro or something.
Do we have unlimited ammo for these said firearms?
I'm assuming we do, because we're going to say we have unlimited ammo and we can have anything we want as long as we have to hand carry it.
You're going to have to carry it though, so just remember, ammo gets heavy.
Well, then I'm going to stick with flamethrower, because then I can also like cook meals with the flame.
Oh, well, can I like tame some dinosaur and then ride around with him and mount?
Yeah,
why not?
I mean, if we're living in a world of fantasy, then
I know.
want to mount the dinosaurs. That's all you do.
Well, the funny thing is, he's writing a book. He said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
and
he asked another question, and we're gonna deal with that one next week because it's a little long for our answers, and we need to actually put some thought into it, or I do.
You thinking? Ew.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody. We're gonna make the blonde think, and we know she's not a real blonde.
If I'm gonna do this with a handgun, I want a revolver, and I want like a 500 line bow, or like 500 Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, with hard cast.
Yeah, 700 grain bullet, hard cast. And also, I want to make sure that when that fails to stop whatever it is, I can at least beat myself to death with it because it's heavy enough. Because I don't want to be at the bottom of the. Well, I don't want to be at the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Jurassic Park, we'd be the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I was going to say either that or like a Desert Eagle, at bare minimum.
Nope, you want it to work.
Yep.
Zane?
So you said we don't have any listener feedback. I got a question from a listener the other day that I figure a lot of people kind of have misconceptions about.
Okay.
If you want to go over it real quick. So someone hit me up on Instagram and was like, what grain bullet should they be using? Because they're switching to a shorter barrel pistol. And should they move to a plus P? And that would seem like it would make the most sense.
Are are we talking like 9mm?
Yeah, what are we talking
Okay.
caliber?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 9 mils. So and I always thought that myself. I used to use 124 plus P out of shorter barrels, and actually, if you look at the numbers, the heavier bullets do better out of shorter barrels.
They do.
And I have a feeling that does because they rely less on velocity to work properly, so they don't need the longer barrel to open up correctly. So if you're shooting 9 mils and you're carrying a shield or a 365, you're gonna want to use a 147, not a 124.
And the other thing is companies now are making specific defensive loads for short-barreled pistols.
Federal makes 150 grain HST now.
Right.
I don't have any experience with it,
And I
so
think-
I can't recommend it.
I think like Spear makes a gold dot that's like a short barrel for like 3-inch barrels. I think theirs is like a 124 or something, but I don't know exactly. But yes, they're shooting heavier bullets and basically they're designing them for the short barrels.
Yeah, it seems counterintuitive because I mean my whole life I always thought, if you go to shorter barrel, you just shoot plus P, that way you get the velocity, and that's totally incorrect. So
Yeah, so I agree with Zane. I agree with Chad. You get a heavier bullet, and the plus P thing, I don't even, for most, and the best place to go look at the numbers is Lucky Gunner Labs.
Yep.
And they do ballistic testing with all their stuff and show the effect of a bunch of rounds using the FBI protocol, ballistic protocol.
And that's what I would look at. You know what I found even more interesting than that is that the plus P rounds don't do so hot out of 16-inch barrels either, because they get moving too fast and they expand too quick and they don't penetrate deep enough.
Yeah, I just found everything I've ever looked at everywhere plus P rounds, again 9mm plus P, doesn't really give you as much. Please forgive me, dad joke. Bang for the buck as you'd think it would.
Yeah, they work great out of like 5-inch barrels, but if you're not shooting a 4.5 or 5-inch barrel, and quite honestly, I just use 147 grain HSTs in every single 9mm. All of them. So,
all of them? Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, and even when I carried 1911, I carried HSTs. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Oh, gold dots.
Gold dots.
Either one. I'm either one of them. I'm like,
Hydro shocks, man, if you carry a 1911.
Well,
back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s, but understand, I took my recommendation or my reasoning was, and even back then before Moss said it or before I heard him say it, FBI tested their stuff a lot because they had federal government money behind it. So why wouldn't I choose the same round they did? You know what I mean? Not only for functionality, but if something went down, you can't play me off like I had some killer ammo, hunter killer exotic ammo. I'm like, nope, use the same thing the FBI did.
Yeah. Does that answer your questions? Okay.
Oh, I did it. I did my almost cussed. I gave you thumbs up, but of course my camera is not on, so.
Yeah, I mean, that does me a lot of good.
One more thing, guys, because somebody out there said, unless it's buffalo boar, unless it's buffalo boar or underwood, you're not going to get much oomph than standard pressure. But here's what happens when you push a bullet too fast. It goes outside of the parameters that the original manufacturer came up with it to operate in. So it might disintegrate inside or have have separation and not be as effective because it's going faster than it was designed to go.
Yeah, so with standard duty ammo, we'll just break this down real quick. With standard duty ammo, other than 380 caliber, all right, because 380 is wonky and weird and does weird stuff. But with 940, 45, 357 SIG, all the fun, 10mm, all the fun stuff, the bullets are designed to expand at a very specific velocity so that they penetrate to a specific depth and get the specific penetration you're supposed to get. So the lighter that you go, the faster they are designed to open because they're going to be moving faster. So those are all built into the parameters. So when you start getting into these, like Tony said, the really, really fast rounds, they're still going to be designed to do a thing. There's just not nearly as much research put into it. And if we're talking about those stupid light for caliber stuff that's going really, really fast, but not fast enough to do rifle stuff, but also it's like weighs 50 grains and is deflecting off of every bone in your body and not actually doing what people say they think they do, and just look really great in gel, but actually are pretty terrible with terminal ballistics, just say no to those things. I won't call them out by name. But
that was the greatest, because I was waiting for another huge hint. But yeah, dude. Hey, man, stick with stuff that has been proven to work. And it's great to have the latest and the greatest because it sounds cool. But when your life depends on it, and then you have to win the fight after the fight with the DA's office, you know what I'm saying? It's better just to have some normal stuff and just work on your marksmanship.
Woohoo.
yep.
So-
and with 380, just use ball.
Yeah, and with 380, just use ball.
No, you use the HSTs, right?
Yeah, you use light for caliber 380 ammo.
Yeah, right. Bouncing off rib bones and crap.
So, Tony,
Yes?
now that you were full of wisdom, it's time for you to enlighten us with more.
All right, cool. If you won't mow, what we're doing this week on the Second is for Everyone podcast, and what I'm going to announce to my patrons, is the giveaway of the Columbia River knife that I've told you guys about. And we're going to hand that out because we're working on coming up with different tiers so we can give cool stuff away to people that support what we do over on the Patreon page for 2A4E. If you like us and you like some of the stuff I post, you can go to Simon Says Train on Instagram, and I post there every day, or no, darn near every day. You can go to the Second is for Everyone Facebook page. You can also go to our website. I'm talking to Artist and Tony. What I'm going to try to do is get a continuing list of all this 2A rallies happening across the country on my front page, because I want you guys to go. I want you to not only go to your rally, but if you can get to someone else's, please do. And I'm going to ask you to do what I say and not what I do, because my schedule is really going to be packed this year because I'm trying to get to multiple states with the diversity shoot. So I won't be able to hit up all these rallies like a lot of you guys will. If you want to order stuff and send it to us for the diversity shoots, you can go to Black Bag Resources and order things and type in 2A4E to get free shipping, so that stuff can get to us and we can give it away. So let me see. We got the website. Oh, and of course, we got the swag. We only have the swag with me and the bubbles until NRA. And after NRA, it goes down. And of course, when you make one of those purchases, whether you get the baby onesie, the hoodie, the pillows, the wall art, or the coffee mug or travel mug, those funds go to myself and Aaron Paulette in Pink Pistols Operation Blazing Swords, which is the largest pro Second Amendment LGBTQ group out there. So thank you very much for having us out. When I get a full list of the diversity shoots this year, I will be telling you about it here, but I will be posting it on diversityshoot.com. Thanks a lot for letting me ramble on like I do. Appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys coming here every week to hear us.
Woohoo. So, send questions, comments, or feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com. Remember to maybe pledge your support at gunandgearcult.com. Subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Check out all the other great shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. Don't forget to visit the Firearms Insider. You can go there and, check out reviews, maybe click on the, button that takes you to Matador Arms, stuff like that. Also, check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Firearms Insider. And of course, as always, thank you for listening to the largest pound for pound podcast on the network. And we are out.
Come on, girl. Commit.
Speak up. Speak up.
Bye.
Okay.
I don't like doing this on my phone.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious. You don't have what on your phone? Earplugs?
I don't have anything for my phone. I'm not good with technology.